Hi, this is Megan Blackstone presenting a presentation about myself. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my audience here. Audience member 1, member 2, member 3, and my beautiful daughter, member 4. All right, we're going to have to get things set up here. Unfortunately, I'm not able to capture my audience while I'm speaking with my webcam, so I'm going to do my best here to present, but they are present. All right, are you guys ready? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start my presentation. All right, my name's Megan Blackstone. I'm going to be talking about myself today. Things such as hobbies, what I like to do, my job, family activities, and different variations of that sort. If you guys have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to raise your hand. Interruptions are fine. I don't mind answering any questions. After I am finished, we will take a moment to answer a few questions on any topics that might be of interest to you. So starting out, just a little bit about me. I'm married to my spouse, Jeremy Blackstone, who's also present for this presentation today. We've been married for about 4 years. And we have a beautiful daughter named Sterling. Also present today is her 2 aunts here listening to the presentation. And she will be 2 at the end of March. Our family activities include going to church on Sundays, doing family gatherings such as birthdays, celebrating the holidays, and just coming together for visits and different things of that nature. Also, for family activities, we like to try to do stuff that goes along with the season, such as going to the zoo or going to see the lights. Mainly it depends on the time of year and the weather. You never know with Ohio, so we kind of follow that rule there. So that kind of covers our family activities. As far as hobbies, personal hobbies, I take time and joy in reading my Bible. I actually enjoy doing my Bible studies, as most of you already know. It's very relaxing to me. It's very self-soothing. I also like to take time to myself, just quiet time. That's kind of my main personal hobby, to get outside of everything else that's going on in the world and just relax and kind of meditate with myself, kind of look, on what I'm doing and where I'm at and what I can be doing better. Another personal hobby of mine is giving to others. I love to get gifts for other people, whether it's for their birthdays or different things. I take a lot of pride in being personable with different things that I do. And my other hobby is probably spending time with my little girl. Like I said, she'll be 2 at the end of March. So just doing things and activities with her is very enjoyable for me. And as far as my job, that was another topic that we decided to talk about. I'm actually a phlebotomist. I work for our local hospital at Fairfield Medical Center. And I draw blood for patients. I collect specimens, and to get into more details about my job, because I felt like that's what you all felt most interested in as we discussed. My job basically entails patient care. What's very important with my job specifically is that we are dealing with human beings, so being accurate is the most primary thing. As far as the spelling of a letter and a name, wrong birth date, it can all be considered as something's being mislabeled. We're handling with people's lives, whether they're receiving transfusions or possibly going to surgery. It's something that we can't make mistakes on. So it is very critical. It can be a little overwhelming at times because you do have a lot of stress to be accurate, and you do have a lot of stress to stay on top of things. There's not room for mistakes when it comes with human life. And basically what we do is, I work in an outpatient setting, so I'm not actually in the hospital. So I'm dealing with patients that are pretty much well enough to be out on their own, walking around day to day. And they come into our outpatient facility with orders, whether we, perform EKGs or we collect some type of specimen from them, there's obviously something going in their lives where they're ill, or there's changes, or they're symptomatic with some things. So obviously they need some answers on whether there's some physiological changes within their bodies. So my whole concept is, doing accuracy when I get the patient in there and get them registered, but then also being a companion or an advocate for them. I know that there's other things going on in their lives right now that's bringing them in there. There's obviously a physiological change, whether it's severe or not. Sometimes we get cancer patients that come in weekly because they need their CBCs checked weekly, or we get patients that come in who are getting their PTs checked weekly because they're on Coumadin or blood thinners, and they've been on this for 20 years. So you develop relationships with certain type of patients, and you get to know them. So not only are you in a technical role, but you're also in an advocate kind of role where you're a companion with those patients. The other thing that we do, being an outpatient as a phlebotomy, we also do processing of blood. When we process our blood, we actually put it in what we call a centrifuge, and we spin it down. And there's different types of blood. We have plasma and we have serum. So there's a lot of knowledge behind blood draw, as far as what type of tube collection, the order of draw, and different kinds of things of that sort. Not only is that there's certain times that you have to have the blood in the refrigerator, frozen, or different critical things to the testing. And as far as that goes, we then send the blood up to the lab, and then it proceeds with its testing. That's my role as the phlebotomist. And as we discussed earlier prior to the presentation, that was one of the main focuses that we wanted to kind of get more in depth, which you all already know a great deal about who I am personally, my activities and hobbies. That was the one thing that I could kind of go into detail that, didn't already know about me. So is there any questions that you all have, or any topics that you'd like me to go more in depth about?
Why do you want to become a nurse?
Oh, okay. That's what I'm in school for, by the way, for nursing. Why do I want to become a nurse? Well, there's a few reasons. One reason is I've been in patient care in the medical field. I've worked as a tech for St. Anne's for about 3 years, and obviously I've pursued phlebotomy since then. Primarily, I love the connection that I get with patients. I thrive on that. It gives me a high. Patient care gives me a high, and I love the connection. Also, not only the personal reason, but as far as jobs, I mean, it's normally a lot easier to come across a nursing job. Medical field's always needed. In the future, say the economy's not well, I know that that's an outlet that's probably always going to have a need. So that's the other reason as well. Is there any other questions as far as job-related topics or anything else? All right, well, that looks like that's all for today, and that concludes my presentation for Megan Blackstone. Thank you.